David, thanks ever so much for your time. You just finished speaking here at a London Olympia. Just tell me a little bit about how it went.
Well, it seemed like people enjoyed it. We had a lot of participation from the people in the group. The talk was about use of stories and emotions in online learning, and as part of it, people had to tell their own experiences. They shared a lot of good stories, and really was a really nice group, and really enjoyed the conference.
How nice was it to you've got vast experience within this industry. How nice was it to meet people and share your experiences with them?
Oh, very much. I always enjoy that at conferences. This is a particularly really interesting group. Just a lot of diverse backgrounds. A lot of people have a lot of things to say and a lot of experience in the industry. So I think everybody learns equally from everybody else in an event like this, which is a terrific thing.
What are some of the key things you've been talking about today?
My talk this morning was about the use of stories and emotion in online learning. A lot about how you can take, moving away from traditional methods of education where you're kind of repeating information and memorizing it, but instead getting people to emotionally connect, getting people to have engaging experiences that will help them apply the concepts. A lot of learning by doing, a lot of kind of simulation methods, video clips, dramatic videos that are realistic and things that they're really going to actually care about. And we use the experiences people had in the rest of their lives to kind of drive that home. So you think about what have you done elsewhere in your life, and people find that usually much more interesting than what they've done in education. And that was kind of the problem we're trying to solve by integrating all this together.
When you look at this industry now and where it was when you started, how much has changed? It must be significant.
Certainly a lot has changed. I've been in the industry for about 25 years, so that's it's a long time. A lot of things have changed. I do think we're at the beginning of maybe a good point of change. There's still, despite the fact that things of course have changed over time, there's been a lot of stagnation. There are a lot of corporate training has been read and take a test, which isn't really going to be very emotionally interesting and compelling to people and isn't going to be very effective. Really, we want things that are going to be experiences that people care about and that will help them apply on the job. And we're seeing more and more of that. We're seeing more interesting learning experiences finally taking off. We're seeing just-in-time performance support, which is something you do when you need it. Sometimes you don't need a traditional course. You may not need a course at all. You just want to be able to look something up or have an app that will help you make the right decision right then. It's not something you need to know. And all of this is becoming more and more accepted, more and more popular. And I think we're at a good stage in the industry, maybe after a few years of a little bit of stagnation.
One of the big questions always is the future. Events like this, you often get a little insight by speaking to people and seeing what technology is there. What is the future for this type of industry?
I think, a couple things. Mobile devices are certainly already, the present and becoming more and more the future. So that's, depends on how far we look out, but we're seeing people wanting to do things mobile, and that also leads you to the just-in-time performance support idea. We're going to see a lot of new technologies that can play a role. We're seeing virtual reality coming out as a big thing in the world now. We're seeing the Oculus Rift and Microsoft's virtual reality headset. As time goes on, we can do interesting things with training. You think you have a really nice simulation now with video, which we've certainly done, but put someone in a virtual reality environment, have them experience something that's much more like what they'll do on the job. And so the new technology, if used correctly, it can really go a long way. And what we're hoping is that people will be able to take it and create the right kinds of learning experiences and not just throw it out there and think that technology itself is going to solve the problem.
As for you personally, do you still get that buzz and excitement to be a part of this and look forward at new things that are happening?
Oh, sure. I mean, it's something that I've been in for a long time and always get interested in. And I do think I'm at a time where, like I said before, after a few years of feeling people a little bit too concerned with just tracking everything everybody does and not really thinking about what kind of experiences are really going to work to improve job performance, really seeing a lot more going in the right direction. So I've kind of got a rejuvenated feeling maybe the last year or two. So.